Oh man, I'm so excited. This is a mostly beef based with a bit of chicken on the side barbecue platter, cooked with Rich from Building Stuff Since Birth with a barbecue that he built. Absolutely wicked day. Hi guys, I'm here for something a little bit different today. We're on a break from the chef series and we're into a bit of a maker series. This is a friend of mine, Rich.
Hello.
Rich runs a business called Building Stuff Since Birth and it basically does what it says on the tin. So let's show you around Rich's setup. He's made everything here and we're going to take you inside the kitchen and show you what he's made inside. So the reason we came out here in the first place is Rich has started making smokers. You can see this wonderful thing behind me. It's a little bit different, so why don't you tell us about that?
I wanted to make something that wasn't just a smoker, something that could be multi-purpose. You can use it as a smoker. You don't have to have the firebox, you can just have it as the small grill, still use it as an offset. You can take the lid off and just use it as a standard barbecue. So there's just a huge amount of versatility. Use it as an oven, use it as a smoker, use it as a grill.
All these blokes that want like 5 or 6 barbecues,
yeah.
you're trying to
I'm trying to just replace all of those with one thing.
And commercial use is a target market for you because a restaurant can buy one thing, use it for different methods. Cool, so that's the smoker, but your background is commercial kitchens.
Commercial and domestic furniture, so commercial wise, bar fit outs, shop fit outs, things like that. And then domestic, tables, chairs, benches, shelving units, bars, kitchens. It's normally quite a rustic style, so a lot of steel frames, reclaimed wood, things like that.
Rustic, industrial, that's
the kind of vibe I go for. So yeah,
let's have a walk around and go look at
some. Have a look. This was the first BSSB barbecue. That it was a bit of a Heath Robinson hodgepodge of ideas. So it started as a barrel smoker, like a jerk pan. I built a firebox for it and used it like that. And eventually I built a fire cage over the top, and I've been using it in that way for the last couple of years until I started developing new smokers.
Everything you see here, you've hand fabricated.
Yeah. I mean,
the Jimmy style.
The plus and minus of being a welder is, if I have an idea, then I can usually try and have some idea of how to make it.
Right, and now we've got the outdoor dining / bar setup.
Yeah.
All made yourself?
All made myself. This was my good lady wife's idea, inspired by the kind of Indonesian barley style places.
Yeah, really cool.
The typical British summer, you're never guaranteed good weather, so we wanted something with a nice kind of big wide roof. So even when it's absolutely hammering down, we can still cook undercover, we can eat undercover, listen to the rain. So yeah, it's a proper like all year round space.
Here we go, dining table and benches all made himself, and then the pièce de résistance is this self-built steel kitchen, would you call it?
Steel style kitchen.
Let's come around. I absolutely love it.
It's heavy duty, it's built to last. You've still got some nice features, so you've still got soft clothes on the drawers.
I think it looks awesome.
We love it.
All right, that's the mini house tour. Let's talk about what we're going to cook today. So you're the same as me. You say competent home cook.
Yeah.
Play around with smoking, but not a chef.
Definitely would not put myself in that category. I love cooking. It's partly why I've developed this. So yeah, today we've got a big Thor's hammer that we're going to braise later in a birria sauce.
Which is smoking at the moment. So we've had that on for a little while. Yeah. When I first arrived, we loaded that up.
So we've got that going on at the moment. Once that's finished smoking, we can kind of have a tweak around with the setup, and we've got a carne asada tomahawk to go on. So we'll reverse sear that with a bit of smoke, and then sear it over some hot coals. We've got a spatchcock chicken and some Mexican spice. We'll get that on to smoke this afternoon, and some sausages for lunch. Because otherwise we'll be hungry by 4 o'clock.
Yeah, man, awesome. Oh, looks pretty good. So that's at about 90 minutes of smoke-ish, I think. Yeah.
The marrow is just kind of starting to render beautifully, which in the birria sauce is going to be phenomenal. It's picking up a good bit of colour.
Lovely. Right, let's get that lid down.
Stunning.
Okay, we're taking advantage of a little break in some rain. The beef's been in for about 4 hours now. Where is that on temp?
It's 65 at the moment, which is a little lower than I'd normally pull it, but we've got other stuff to get on, and it's going to rain again in a minute. So we'll get it off, get it in the braise, and then we're going to get the braise in the oven while we get the smoker ready for the other bits that we want to smoke.
This is a cheat I'm totally okay with. Smokers like this are a lot of work. Daylight today, let's get it wrapped, let's get it inside. We'll go do a couple of hours work and then we'll come out and finish the rest. So let's get this beef out.
Let's have a look.
Looks really good.
Looks pretty good. Really tense, relaxed, pulling away.
A little... Oh, don't lose it.
We've got an adobo sauce here, which is blended dried guajillo, morita and ancho chilies, some stock and some onion and a bit of vinegar, bottle of beer, a few onions, half a lemon, get it in, get it wrapped, wait for it to get to temperature, and that will mix with all of the marrow that's just spilled out. That's going to be good.
See you in about 4 hours. So we just want this smoker to stay hot, so I'm going to chuck a couple of lumps of the whole milk charcoal in the firebox, and we're just going to tick it over while we're not cooking anything. Right, the beef's been in the oven for about...
It's 2 hours now.
It's 2 hours in the oven. We've been just running the smoker on some lumpwood charcoal just to keep the temperature up. We've got some wood back in, and we're going to get this massive tomahawk on. Carne asada tomahawk, which is going to be slow smoked.
Yep.
And then after it's been slow smoked, we're going to switch the barbecue over to be coal fired so we can give this a really hot sear.
Hot sear.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Get it on.
Get it on.
Big reverse sear tomahawk. Pretty fuel efficient, isn't it?
It's really good.
150 degrees. So, walk me through what's happening for the next couple of hours.
We'll let that roll for, I don't know, an hour or so until it gets to kind of 40, 45. Take it off and wrap it, and then that can do its own thing until everything else is ready.
We'll just hold that.
Just hold that, yeah. When that's done, we'll get some cherry wood on the fire and get the chicken on, get that cooked, and then hopefully everything will come together at the same kind of time.
That's the dream.
That's the plan.
The only thing we're really worried about is that Thor's hammer and that getting up to temperature.
That'll be fine. That is on. Meter says 58 minutes. So in an hour that should be good. It's at 83 at the moment.
So in
Oven's
theory,
a little
that
low.
should be past the stall.
Yeah.
We'll get that to 95-ish, probe tender, and then we'll just rest it.
And that's it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bingo.
See you soon. Right, chicken going on. Let's go. Beautiful. Let's have a little peek of that steak. Said that's about 37 now.
Yeah.
Reverse seared steaks look so bad at this point. We are also going to move to some cherry. What do we want? Like a mid-size split? So steaks nearly up to temperature, chicken's on. Time to probe this, which is telling us it's at 95, 96 degrees C. Looks good. Oh, it's jiggly. Oh, it's definitely right on the outside there.
That's pretty, maybe needs a little. Yeah, it's this bit.
I mean, that's
That's
all right.
not bad.
I think it's
in
all
fact,
fine.
Oh, if you look at this bit here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all fine.
Yeah.
I think a nice long rest.
Yeah. Just gonna.
Yeah.
Just this little bit of. Just in that. That's the little money shot. Just in there.
You want to eat that, don't you?
I do. I kind of want to go down now.
Go on, pull that off. Tell us what that's like. There's a happy man.
Yeah, that's not gone wrong.
Perfect. So nice long rest, and, and we're
just
golden.
leave that.
Boom. Probes are beeping. Steak's ready to come off. Oh, good colour on that.
That's a beauty.
It's hard to see as well with the marinade on there, but like a reverse seared steak is often quite grey and horrible, but obviously you've got smoke into it, which brings the colour through. So
Yep.
lovely.
Happy with that.
So you're going to wrap this.
Yeah, so we'll wrap that, and that can just sit and do its own thing. It'll just rest for the next couple of hours, however long. Then we'll get that ripping hot, get a really good fire under there, and give it a really hard sear.
This is where the barbecue transforms into something else completely.
Comes into its own.
Nice. So we've made a call. The steak is up to temperature and resting. The chicken's sitting about 30 degrees, but it's been a pretty shitty day. We've got about an hour's break, we hope, in the worst of the weather. So, what are we going to do?
We're going to take the chicken off. We're just going to wrap it and put it in the oven for now, just to kind of keep it rolling. We'll take the lid off the smoker, get a nice ripping hot bed of coals under there, get the chicken back on skin side down to give it a crisp, get the steak on to sear it, throw the skillet on and get some tacos done, and then hope we can get all that done by the time it rains.
In about an hour's
time. Yeah, that can
Very still raw.
very much not cooked, but that's fine.
But, you know, some smoke in it. It's obviously hot. It's nice.
About 35, so
Yeah.
not as hot as what it needs. It's not a cheat to use an oven when the alternative is standing in the rain.
And we're coming back to finish it on live fire.
So yeah.
I've not seen this happen before, so I don't know what this is going to be like. You've obviously got a top hot section, so we're going to get some welder's gloves. We've got quite a small clearance in there, but we'll lift it off backwards, and then we're going to bring the grill out into the light here, and hopefully finish before the rain comes. Right, so that's out. we're going to get some fuel in this, and then I'll bring the camera in and show you a bit closer what's going on. So that's this turned into a barbecue. We are going to get a chimney of the palm oak lit. Expect this to be pretty fizzy in the chimney, but that's all right. And then we'll get a nice bed of charcoal hot over here. We're going to have 2 cooking heights. So we've got a full height grate that can sit here, and then a lower height that we're going to use for the steak. So I talk to people about this a lot. This holm oak is like a super dense charcoal.
Yeah.
The reason it's just spitting a little bit now because it's so dense. It's got like little trap particles in it, and we just need to give it like a couple of minutes to settle down.
Oh, man. Like,
I'd probably close the front of this up, which will just slow the airflow down a little bit. People worry about spitting charcoal, but it's basically just it's a property of the charcoal.
that heat off there already is incredible.
It's lovely stuff. Isn't
That's
it?
really good.
Caught it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not caught, that's flavour.
That's fine. Skin's crispy. Yeah, lovely.
And it's a 54, so
Is
in
it?
that
Okay,
part of the
cool,
breast anyway,
fine.
so I think that's a bit of assistance. That is a big old bone.
Oh, that's pretty good going.
Look at that. I think it's just gonna
Dip in the bill. Go on, get yourself some.
You got them in you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good health.
Good work. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. The collagen in that is unreal.
Lovely rendered fat.
That is absolutely beautiful.
I think it's important to remember that we've done that in 8 hours. So the fact it's resisting a little bit, and we're just like trying to beat the weather.
Yeah.
You're absolutely delighted with that result.
Yeah, right.
So a Thor's hammer like that, it wouldn't be unusual to want to do it over 12 to 16
Yeah.
hours, and we've
I
done
think
over
for,
8.
I think
so
for 8 hours,
yeah, I think so.
that's pretty fucking good.
Banging.
And that consomme is absolute dirt.
It's got a nice kick to it, hasn't it? I think with this weather, we should just consider like foil tenting this chicken,
Yeah.
and that's just going to retain a bit of heat in it and just get this chicken moving. We think we're in good shape. The chicken's reading about 60, 61 degrees in the deepest part of the breast. We're going to pull that about 65. That'll rest up. It won't hit 74, or it's unlikely to hit 74, but it's going to be pasteurised because we've held it at that temperature for long enough. The steak's next to go on, but in the meantime, we're just going to make some tortilla. We've done a little sacrificial one. This is hot enough, but the tortillas were made about 2 hours ago. They've dried out a little bit.
It's not ideal, but
they're tasty.
it's a vehicle for meats.
It's a vehicle for meat, and what else do you need? It's absolutely ripping under there now.
Doubt they'll perform. That's nice.
I'd be happy with them getting wrapped up.
Ooh, hey, look at that.
I reckon they're good to get wrapped up
Yeah,
now,
I think-
and then they'll soften back down.
I would concur. What are we saying about the chicken?
It's pretty much ready to come off and rest now. I reckon we just want to give it one more flash on the other side, just to get a bit of heat into the top there, where it's probably cooled off a little bit. So I reckon about 2 minutes max like that,
Right. Well,
and then the chicken can rest.
give me 2 minutes. I'll rinse this out. We've got the chicken. This will be-
Lovely. And after all that, blue skies. Oh yeah. When you've got gnarly, cooked, sort of slightly dry tortillas like that, you want to get them wrapped up, Put the hottest ones on the bottom, and they're going to steam, and they're just going to soften right up, and they'll stay hot for ages. So we've got plenty of time now to get this steak cooked, and then we can bring everything together. Right, so we've got this whole smoke absolutely ripping hot. It's time to get a really hot and fast sear on this steak. We're looking for like loads of colour, you know, a bit of gnarly blackness on it. I'm so excited. Okay.
Yeah, it's sailed somewhere.
Perfect.
Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I typically avoid wet marinades with steak because I worry about the wetness.
Yeah, I don't.
In the sear, but I guess because you smoked it, dried it out,
Yeah.
and then it's improving.
It wasn't
as
the
it dries
wettest
out.
I mean, it's not like it was mostly dry spices and a bit of
No, okay. So we've got some beautiful colour on that steak, but we were a little bit hot down there, and we're at what, 40-ish degrees again?
degrees, yeah.
We're going for about 45. We all like our steak nice and rare. And as you can see, we've got some pretty gnarly, lovely colour on that, so I'm just going to finish it a bit further from the fire. We've got an absolute array of condiments here. So we've got a pickled shallot chimichurri, some pickled onions, some fermented hot honey, pickled chilies, and then some homemade hot sauces, fermented pepper hot sauces from his other business, Pit Produce. So that's a long day of barbecue, 8 and a bit hours. We've smoked, we've grilled, and of course we've used the indoor oven. Everything's ready. I'm just going to bring it out. Let's go.
Chicken. I'll go for that there.
Chicken, beautiful. And then we've just got the tomahawk.
Got the token vegetables first.
Oh, sorry,
Come on.
potatoes, of course. So, I mean, they look good.
Do you know what I mean?
So I get some salt on there.
Yeah, bit of smoked salt because we're not eating enough smoke for it. And then what some might say, main event.
Oh, I don't know if you can
well,
call it the main
well.
event with that birria, but let's call it the equal main event. I don't want it to go cold. Is this allowed? I think it's allowed. Oh, mum.
Go straight through. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little pink.
Look at that. Just got a little grey band on one side, but we've gone too hot on the one side. But sorry, I'm just driving right in.
Oh, that's tender.
Let's have another look at that. Smoked and seared tomahawk. Looks absolutely glorious. What a day, a mostly beef, little bit of chicken based barbecue on a barbecue that this man built.
No
Thank
worries,
you, mate.
no worries. It's been a solid day. We've got some good food out of it in a relatively short time frame. So to do a £6 Thor's hammer in 8 hours, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I mean, I
amazing.
know we did the cheat code of sticking it in the oven, but you know, we wanted to get other stuff on. The weather was kind of against this.
We've got hot and fast smoked birria. We've done tacos 2 ways. We've got reverse seared smoked and then very hot seared tomahawk steak. And then we smoked and then finished the chicken over hot coals. Loads of condiments. What more do you want?
Solid day.
Time to eat.
Yeah, man.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. That was. I don't really have any notes to it.